Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Please hit that like and subscribe button and let's get right into today's video. So before we get into the actual press on nails that we're going to be doing, I am showing you our 3 new winter / Christmas collections. So this first collection here is called our Very Merry collection. I was popping up a little picture of each of the names. It is a chunky glitter acrylic collection. This one here is a fine glitter acrylic collection. This is called our 'Tis the Season collection. And then this one right here is called our Winter Luxe collection, and it's a colored acrylic collection. So like I said, I was popping up pictures of each of the individual names, and here are all of the little swatches. They're all available on our website. All the collections are almost sold out, but each of the individual acrylic powders are still available. So for today's acrylic set, I will be using Winter Halo from our 'Tis the Season collection, along with the cover color called Flesh from Bomb Nails. So getting into the application, I am going to be applying this nude cover on our ring nail and our index nail, and this will be kind of like our base color for those two. And then the Winter Halo glitter acrylic I will be applying on the other nails, which I will explain when that time does come. So every year around the Christmas or winter time, mainly the Christmas time actually, we do like to do something fun, mainly 12 days of Christmas sales, which we are thinking of doing again this year, but we're kind of still deciding on what we want to do for the sales. So if you are interested in this type of thing, like our 12 days of Christmas sales, go ahead and follow us on our Instagram page at Kairos Nail Supply. We will be announcing when we're having the sales, what the deals will be, and everything like that. So go ahead and give us a follow over there to stay updated. And for those who do not have Instagram, we do our hardest to send out like marketing emails about the sales we are having and everything like that. So go ahead and subscribe to our email marketing list on our website. Or if you don't want to do that and get spammed with emails, go ahead and check out our community tab if we do post on there. Sometimes we forget, but I do my hardest to remember to post our sales and everything like that on my community post tabs. I do want to mention though, if you do subscribe to our email list, I do not spam a lot. I only send out emails when we are having sales, which is about at least every week to every other week, but I'm not sending out like emails super often, probably about 2 to 3 a week, and it's mainly spread out. Mainly the day that we are having the sale, like when we're announcing it, and then like in the middle of the sale, and then the last day of the sale. Those are mainly the 3 times I do send out marketing emails. So if you don't want to get spammed, go ahead and don't subscribe, I guess, but like I said, we don't really spam the emails that often. So like I said, I am applying our Winter Halo glitter acrylic to all the other nails. This one is more of like a see-through type of glitter, if that makes sense. It's just more of like a clear but iridescent glitter acrylic powder. You can absolutely apply this on top of any other acrylic powder as well. So like if you want like a nude type of base but with the iridescent type of glitter to it, this will absolutely be perfect for that. I did actually try that and it turns out really beautiful. So like I said, if you want this mainly as like a topper for a nude, absolutely purchase this, but it's also very beautiful on its own as well. Like when doing this set, I was picturing more of like a milky white in the background, and then this on top of this. I feel like it would have been really cute if I did that, but I wanted to try it on its own. But like I said, if you want to apply this on top of any type of other acrylic powder, this would be perfect for that. And since it is a glitter acrylic, you want to make sure to encapsulate it. I don't know if I show me doing that on camera or not, but I do encapsulate it either way because it is a glitter acrylic. So you want to make sure to do that, otherwise when you go in and file, the glitter pieces will end up filing away. So this is what the application is looking like once your thing is completely done. I've been having issues with the little white dots popping up on my acrylic application after it's completely dried, and I did ask my brand ambassadors on Instagram if they have any idea why. Some are saying it's because of the temperature. So if you are experiencing this with our acrylic powders, one, I deeply apologize. I haven't had this experience at all until recently, like back in September, and I don't know why it's all of a sudden happening, but people are saying it's because of the weather and that it could possibly be too cold. So I did try to add some acetone into my monomer, not a lot, but just a little bit, and the majority of the white dots or whatever it is did not show. There was still just a little bit, but not much. And then I did also purchase a candle warmer. Some have also mentioned to do that as well, like put your dapping dish on the candle warmer to warm up your monomer. And I've tried it, but also like didn't fully try it, if that makes sense, because I was scared because monomer is flammable and I don't know how long to keep it on there or anything like that. So I was scared to actually try it out. So once I do that, I will be letting you guys know. But like I said, I really am sorry for those who have purchased our acrylic powders and experienced this problem with it. Like I said, I don't know why it's all of a sudden happening now, because I've had this business for 2 years and never had any issues with my acrylic powders doing this at all. And it's only some of them, it's not all of them, it's only some. So I really do apologize, and I'm doing my best to figure it out so I can change things, or if I have to find a different vendor for acrylic powders, I will be looking into that as well. So to get into the filing, I am just taking my 80/80 grit hand file, and I do like to start off by shaping the sidewalls to make sure everything is nice and straight. And I do follow the cuticle area kind of with a swiping motion to make sure that is nice and thin there. And then I do file over the entire surface as well as smooth that out, and flip the nail over and follow the free edge to make sure that is straight as well. And then I do the same exact process to all of the nails. And then lastly, I'm just taking my buffer and buffing off the surface to make sure everything is smooth for our nail art. Sometimes I do take a fine 5-in-1 drill bit and file underneath the free edge if the free edge is too thick. But lately I've been trying to work on not making it so thick in that area, so I haven't really been needing to do that step, but sometimes I do. So if you see me doing that step, that's exactly why. It's because the free edge is a bit thick, but for some reason, well, not for some reason, but when I did the set, it wasn't thick at all, so I just skipped that step. And this is what the nail set is looking like once the filing is completely done. I do apologize for my mistalking and everything like that for the voiceovers. It's been quite some time since I've done it, so I'm just starting to get back into it for my last few videos. I'm doing my hardest to talk throughout my videos, or at least explain the important parts. So I really do apologize if I am stumbling a lot on my words and everything like that. So for the nail art, like I showed, I am using a light blue gel polish from Blue Sky, and I did mix it with our classic white gel polish to create this very nice and very beautiful baby blue color. And then I do also have a little bit of classic white on its own that I will be using for some other type of design. And then here I'm just taking my 25mm liner brush and creating French tips on those nude nails. And then I also showed that we will be using some white airbrush gel, so I will be showing that later on when that time does come as well. So when doing my French tips, like I mentioned in all my videos that I do French tips, I do like to do the A method because I feel like it just helps give me a nice French tip look. So I start by drawing a line across, like horizontally on the nail, about how far I want the smile line to end. And then I start by creating lines from the cuticle area towards the free edge and kind of curve them into the center of the free edge to kind of help create that nice curve for my French tip look. And then after I am done creating that look and then filling it, I do go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds while I move and do the same exact thing on the other nail as well. Now that the French tips are done, I'm going in with like this lace look. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I'm doing like these little loops around the smile line of the French tips using my 15mm liner brush and my classic white gel polish. These are both available on the website if you are interested. And if you use any brand ambassador code or code YouTube, it does save you 20% on your purchases. Actually, no, we just recently updated it. We did go ahead and drop down the discount code to 15%. So now the brand ambassador codes and the code YouTube does save you 15% on your purchases instead of 20%. So once I'm done with that, I am curing that in the light for 30 seconds and doing the same exact thing to the other French tip nail as well. So getting into the airbrushing, I am doing like that frosted look around the nail, if that makes sense. I don't know exactly what this design is called, but I've seen it on a couple nail sets on Instagram, so I really wanted to do this on this nail set here. So I am just taking my white airbrush gel and I put it in my airbrush machine. I am just applying it around the edges of the nail to kind of give it that frosted look. And I do go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then off camera, I did do a second coat of this. Now to kind of help with the fumes when doing this, I do like to keep my dust collector on, and then I do put a napkin on top of it so that way I'm not like ruining my dust collector with the gel. And this kind of helps just suck in all those fumes and I'm not having to breathe it in. Even though I do wear a mask when I do this, I just don't want to be breathing it in even more. Plus sometimes I do have my baby in the nail room with me because I have to take care of her as well. And I don't want to leave her in a different room. So I do have her in there and I do my hardest to make sure everything is nice and vented out so she's not breathing in anything as well. And then once everything is nice and cured, I am applying my classic diamond gel top coat to all of the nails because I will be doing some textured designs on all these. So I want to make sure the base is nice and top coated. Otherwise, I will have to apply the top coat on top of the texture and it just will not be textured at all. So this is what the nail set is looking like once everything is top coated, and just look how beautiful that shine is. I absolutely love our top coat and I get so many feedback on our top coat. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out our website. I'm not sure if by the time this video is out, if we have any in stock. I know currently we have 2 at the time of me doing this voiceover. And like I said, I don't know if anything will be sold out by then. So if it is, I will be trying my hardest to restock it. And if it's still in stock, go ahead and purchase this top coat. It's absolutely amazing. So for the nail art, on all the nails that have like the frosted look, I am doing some snowflakes. So I am taking my dotting tool to do this and then using my liner brush to connect everything together. And I want to make sure to leave the gel polish wet because I am doing some textured like I mentioned. So I am taking my clear acrylic powder and this cuticle pusher and applying the acrylic powder on top of the wet snowflakes. And then after everything is nicely like soaking into the gel polish, I am curing that for 30 seconds in my nail light. And like mentioned, I'm doing it on all the nails with like the glitter acrylic on it and the frosted look. So again, I'm just doing the snowflake and then making sure not to cure the gel polish, and then applying my clear acrylic on top of that, giving it that nice textured look, and then curing it. Now for the two French tip nails, I am doing a sweater design on the French tip. So I'm taking my 15mm liner brush and that same baby blue color that I mixed and doing the sweater design. So I do like to start with doing the dashes down the center and then connecting them. And then after that, I do the two lines on the sides of the like knitted look. And then after that, I do like to do some little dashes on the side of those two lines that I created. You can also do like hearts, or you can do dots or anything like that. The sweater design does not have to be this specific look. I just feel like this one's classy and it's just super simple to do. So that is why I always do this when I'm doing a sweater design. And then again, you want to make sure not to cure your gel polish color. Otherwise, it will not have that textured look. So I'm applying this clear acrylic on top of the wet gel polish, and then I am curing it for 30 seconds and then going on and doing the same exact thing on the other French tip nail. So to finish up this design, I am applying two of the white bows onto the French tip nail, and this will be just at the top of the smile line of the French tips. So I'm applying some rhinestone gel, and then putting the bow on top, and then I am using my Elegance hand light and flash curing that really quickly, and then I'm doing the same exact thing on the other French tip. And then after I'm done flash curing that, I do like to put it in the light for a full 30 seconds just to make sure everything is completely cured. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.